Hi there everyone, this is Storyteller Ready and I hope you guys all are safe and sound wherever you are. I wanted to discuss with all of you what I think about what's happening in the world right now, and nothing much we can do from our end because this is something that nobody expected, that 2020 will start off with a thing like this, and it has impacted all the countries around the world. So there are a lot of things that we need to learn and understand from this pandemic. Virus has existed in the history of this world since ages. There's not been COVID-19 is not just one of the instances that the world is going through. If you see, go back in the past, you've seen the world has gone through plague, SARS, Ebola, swine flu. There have been innumerable cases of things like this happening. But this is the time right now when our medical team all across the globe is trying their best to find a vaccine. It might be taking some time because this is something really strange. I mean, like, it's a learning lesson for all of us. Learning lesson not just for the medical team, it's a learning lesson for us. Do you just imagine anyone who had suffered from this virus in China, somewhere back in China, it has started all the way somewhere from there maybe, apparently people say, and it has reached all across the globe. In fact, I think almost all the countries at least have 1 to 2 patients, at least in the minimum. So that's really, a really strange thing that's happening at this moment right now. So of course the medical team will eventually find out a way, and I'm very sure about it, and we all are hoping for the same, because lockdown is something that this generation of this world has never expected things like this to happen. When all the world has come together, stand still, nobody can do anything except staying at their homes. So there are a lot of questions, like pros and cons coming up, and there are a lot of things happening, but we just can't deny the fact either that people are dying at the same time, or people are getting infected. So there are a lot of things we can discuss, just broaden our mind and understand what exactly is happening. If you see the overall condition of this world, the pros and the cons, how it's impacting the economy, how it's impacting your life, what is happening to the people who used to earn daily, like their wage was completely based upon how much they work every day. So there are a lot of things, there are pros and cons happening. So we need to understand there are certain good things that are happening, at the same time there is certain downfall at the same time. At one point of time, there used to be a lot of children affected by polio in India. But if you see now, there are no people in the entire country of India who are affected by polio. You know why? Because of the vaccine. There are a lot of promotions, advertisements by celebrities, sports persons, and a lot of different people who has influence all around the country, who ensure to reach out to people to take the vaccine. And now you see there are not even a single person in this more than 1 million plus population in the country. So things like this, like preparing a vaccine, making this entire population immune against a certain virus or any kind of microorganisms which actually affects the body, will take some time. And we need to understand that it's not just an easy thing. We have to understand there are a lot of studies involved, there are a lot of things that are involved. So this is the time when we should follow the social norms that has been implemented and certified by WHO. We also need to be prepared for what this world is going to go through. We never know how this period will come to an end. It cannot be just like, the vaccine is found and things will be all okay, because it's not just a question of one country, India, it's a question of the rest of the world. There are billions of people all across the globe. So how these things is going to, be finally put to an end, it's a matter of time, and I don't know how long it might go. It might go up to 1 or 2 years, or it can even go to 3 years. We never know how much time it takes. But what we can do at this point of time is follow the social norms that include social distancing, washing your hands and avoid distance, not going out in the public, wearing masks, and ensure to spread to people who are not aware of this. Try to discuss the pros of what this world is going through. this is very, very important at this point of time. We all have to understand that we need to follow this kind of steps at this point of time, because this is very crucial for, not in order to stop this virus, because the vaccine is not yet out, so we need to stop it from spreading more. For the time being, the world is going through a lot of serious economic crisis, and I believe that it has hit the economy of almost all the countries in the world. And we can see there are lots of jobs, which were like of a prime need in many countries, has come to a halt. People are stuck. It has impacted the industries such as aviation, railways, and the main thing is about tourism. Tourism used to be one of the most essential part of any country, because we know the kind of people who loves exploring, including all of us. So there are a lot of things we need to take into, look into the situation when we're discussing about a pandemic like this. While we all are talking about, lockdown is just an initiative by the government, and it's a very good initiative by all the governments who has taken this in order to ensure that this virus does not spread. As of now in India, we have lockdown till May 2nd, but lockdown does not ensure that that the virus will come to a halt. It's just a preventive measure by the government, so that the health ministry can try to test more people as much as they can, and then they can just figure out how this virus is spread all across the country, and it applies to all other countries. So we need to understand that lockdown is very, very essential in order to stop this virus. I know this has been it's been a very difficult for people who have been socially very active, has always believed in going out, exploring different things, or whose work involves going out, who cannot sit back in their house and do it. But we have to understand and respect all the policies and procedures laid out by WHO and our respective countries. The government essentials, they're trying their best. We need to cooperate amongst everyone. We need to make sure that we help each other, support each other in this pandemic. It's very, very, very essential at this point of time. So we are actually not sure how much time this pandemic will go through. It might even go to 1 to 2 years, who never knows, because this lockdown is just a preventive measure to stop it from spreading. It doesn't guarantees the virus will stop. So most of the people who are not aware, were just thinking that once the lockdown is over all around the world, everything starts again, this virus will go. No, we are still having the high potential risk of getting infected by this virus. So please understand that the coming years or the coming days, let's start counting days, because we all are spending inside our houses, right? So coming days, months, and maybe a year will definitely impact the way we have lived our life all these years. Seriously, this generation of people in 2020, we did not expect things like this. People at this age and this generation are very exposed to different kinds of education system and jobs that include exploring here, going there. But we have to accept one thing, that nature is the final decision maker. Everything happens against with the flow of how the nature goes on. So I feel this is definitely going to impact the way we think, the way we have done things so far in our lives all these years. 2020 has to be that phase or the year which is definitely going to make us realize where we stand in our life at this point of time. And irrespective of whoever you are, wherever you're from, you have to understand we have to help each other. This is very, very important. We need to help and assist and support each other irrespective of anything. Let's spread good news, let's spread good vibes, start promoting and sharing all the good contents that you see in social media. You know, let's stay away from all hatred. Let's understand that this is the entire human civilization is fighting for its own survival, and we all are included in that. Please understand this, and let's also take up some initiatives which can help us. Let's bring out our creativity in the truest form so that it helps people to understand and also reach across everyone. So with this note, I'll end this blog. This blog was all about what I am feeling after seeing all things that's happening around the world, and I always look forward to the valuable suggestions and inputs that you guys have. Please understand one thing, it's very essential for all of us to come out and talk in social media regarding what we feel, because the ideas that everyone generates eventually helps us to find different perspectives of how people live their life, irrespective of whether it's good or bad. Let's share it. Let it be like an healthy conversation so that all of us understand how everyone reacts to it. Because at the end of the day, for example, if this pandemic goes on for 1 year or a couple, then definitely there has to be a way out. We can't just expect to know our life has to go back the way it used to. It won't, just because we want to, and we need to adopt. And I do understand that a lot of us has to adopt to this new change that's happening with all of us. So I hope you guys like this blog. Please do follow me and share your thoughts on what you feel about this pandemic. And please, even if you're going out of your house, do wear a mask and follow all the guidelines given by your health departments of your respective state and country. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Namaste.